It was a chaotic scene outside a Clark County courtroom when jail officials say an inmate punched the jailer.
The state of Kentucky is making changes after several government email addresses were linked to the Ashley Madison client list released by hackers.
And a big man from Australia joining this year's UK basketball team. We'll tell you about this latest and newest Wildcat.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon. An ugly scene, some tense moments inside the Clark County Courthouse today. An inmate went on the attack.
It happened just outside a courtroom. The jailer says apparently Brandon Hocker was upset with the judge's ruling and punched him in the face. As Garrett Weimer reports, it took a taser to bring the incident to an end. Is our top story now from Winchester.
A court appearance was anything but routine after jail officials say Brandon Hocker punched the jailer in the mouth this morning. Hocker was in court facing charges on assault when the judge continued the hearing until after a competency hearing. It was a decision Hocker did not seem to be happy with. Officials with the Clark County Detention Center say Hocker hit jailer Frank Doyle in the mouth while he was being led away in handcuffs. Fred Petke of the Winchester Sun took this photo as several other deputy jailers tried to control Hocker. The chief deputy at the jail tells me they're still investigating whether it was a deputy jailer or the security team inside the courthouse that used a taser to help get Hocker back under control. In May 2013, Hocker was charged with stabbing his girlfriend multiple times. When police arrested him, they say he told the officer he would put her on a plate and eat her. Hocker is now back at the Clark County Detention Center, but he denied our request for an interview from jail. Officials at the jail told us they do not want to speak on camera today because the investigation is still ongoing. In Clark County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And we are told the jailer is okay.
More fallout today involving the list of Ashley Madison clients leaked by internet hackers. As we reported last night, dozens of state of Kentucky government email addresses were linked to that controversial website. And now the state is making some changes. Jennifer Palumbo is at the live desk with the new information. Jennifer?
Sam, state employees have rules they have to follow when it comes to email and the internet. And after learning that employees may be visiting the Ashley Madison website, today officials told us steps have been taken to block access to the site. The Finance and Administration Cabinet spokeswoman sent a statement. Here's part of it. Abuses are reviewed on a case-by-case basis. We are not aware of the validity of this list nor whether it indicates that certain employees violated the terms of this policy. We are, however, asking agencies to revisit the policy with all employees and once again stress the responsibility that each state employee has in appropriately using state resources. A Kentucky-focused Twitter account popped up hours after Wednesday's leak grabbed national headlines and began posting names of Kentuckians allegedly on the list of customers. WKYT is not releasing the name of the Twitter user. Twitter has suspended the account several times, but a new one has been created. Now, this policy and the block on the website is only for executive branch employees. Regardless, no one actually knows whether the data leak is legitimate, and there are lots of questions about the authenticity of the names and emails being released. At the live desk, Jennifer Palumbo, WKYT.
Jennifer, thank you. The state employee handbook includes an acceptable use policy for state email. It says that only incidental personal use of email is allowed, although even that is not encouraged. We are encouraging another day of this kind of weather. It is beautiful out there, clear skies, and really comfortable temperatures.
But will those temperatures stay this way? WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey joins us now from the First Alert Weather Center with an early look at your forecast.
And the short and quick to the point answer, yes. As we go into the start of the weekend, the fall weather is just going to roll on here across central and eastern Kentucky. Gets me all choked up. We look outside with our live sky cam right now. Beautiful skies over top of Lexington. A little bit of pancake clouds out there. Those flat cumulus clouds not going to produce anything. Sevens are wild. 77 degrees Lexington. Humidity not bad at all. You can see for miles and miles. Most areas mid and upper 70s now. And we're going to continue to hang on to the pleasant numbers as we go through really most of the next 7 days. Cold front now off to our east with the showers and thunderstorms that we had last night and early this morning. Now on the other side of the Appalachian Mountains, northwesterly wind flow around here. That's a cool wind that is blowing across central and eastern Kentucky. So we're going to hang on to mainly clear skies and those below normal temperatures over the next couple of days. Defender up close and personal into central and eastern Kentucky. Nothing going on. We go through the remainder of the evening. Heading into the overnight, we'll stay on the clear side as well. Forecast for this evening, if you're out, it's pleasant through sundown. Then it actually may turn a little cool. We're into the low 60s by 11 o'clock as our fall pattern continues to do its thing here across the Bluegrass State. When I come back in a little bit, guys, I'm going to track what may turn out to be a little cooler brand of air showing up in the next 7 days. That's hard to believe. 7-day outlook in just a few minutes.
Okay, keep it coming. Thank you, Chris. Drivers interested in getting a new license or renewing their license this morning were turned away. The majority of clerks' offices throughout the state had an issue with the outside system that checks for fraud, prevents people from getting multiple licenses, and provides another level of security. New licenses were on hold for about 4 hours while the issues were fixed.
This is a rare event. We're able to keep our driver's licensing systems up for the majority of the time. Now, this is a rare event. We think this might actually be our first outage of 2015.
Clerks were able to issue duplicate licenses during the outage.
We are learning more about a deadly crash in southern Kentucky that killed a man and injured a child. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Laurel County. It happened last night at Kentucky 30 and Kentucky 3094 north of London. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says 57-year-old Lilia Dwayne Vaughn was driving a Cadillac and pulled out in front of another car. He became trapped and died at the scene. The other driver and an 11-year-old passenger were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Folks in Anderson County may have felt a little rumble this afternoon. According to the United States Geological Survey, a 2.8 magnitude earthquake was felt about 10:30 this morning just southeast of Lawrenceburg. The Anderson County Emergency Management Director says no damage has been reported from that quake.
You may have noticed new temporary facilities are starting to take shape over at Keeneland for the Breeders' Cup. Racetrack workers are putting the finishing touches on the Paddock Chalet and the Trackside Chalet. Track officials say it will allow fans to get closer to the action on the track and on the paddock. Workers are also expanding the paddock so horses can walk around more after saddled. And this will allow fans to take a longer look before the ponies hit the track.
With some of the trackside chalets that we have on the clubhouse turning through the stretch, they're going to offer fans views of the racing action that they've never been able to see before.
On Fridays and Saturdays during the fall meet, a seat for the clubhouse, lawn, and paddock chalets will cost you $80. That covers your admission, lunch, and program.
We're talking basketball now, and for the second straight day, the Kentucky basketball team has added another high-profile recruit.
And he is a big guy. Isaac Humphreys, a native of Australia who was initially in the 2016 class, has reclassified and signed with Kentucky. WKYT's Rob Bromley has more on him. Rob?
Well, it was about 3 weeks ago that word broke that big man Isaac Humphreys would become a member of this year's Kentucky basketball team. This afternoon, he made it official, tweeting out he will attend UK and reclassify for 2015. Humphreys is listed anywhere from 6'10" to 7 feet, 248 pounds. He went to high school in LaPorte, Indiana last season. He is pretty much regarded as a four-star player. And with his arrival, Kentucky now has the #1 ranked recruiting class, according to 24/7 Sports. John Calipari commenting on Humphreys on his website. He reminded me of a much bigger Josh Harrelson. He's very skilled, has great hands, and is a great passer. To have a 7-footer who just turned 17, he has a lot still in front of him. And the best part is he wants the challenge of playing at Kentucky. That is not all. Canadian guard Jamal Murray will be here in Lexington on time. Canada put out its roster today for the Continental Cup. Murray is not on it, so he is coming into Kentucky right on time.
Rob, thank you. And by the way, classes at UK begin next Wednesday.
A newly remodeled Kroger store is back in business. The Chenaway location reopened this morning with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. The store features a drive-through pharmacy and full-service wine and spirit shop. To celebrate the grand reopening, Kroger is giving the first 500 customers 2 packages of Simple Truth boneless chicken breast.
I've been coming to the store anyway to do some shopping, so I've seen the gradual transformation and I think it's going to be a real nice store, really convenient for people.
The remodel also created 15 new jobs.